What's up, everyone? Welcome to the third episode of the Basement Buddies podcast. We got our hosts, me, Kyle Conway, and
Gareth Campbell.
today we got with us, Gareth.
Some special guests from way back in elementary school. To my left, we have
Lachlan Hardiker.
Eidan Yonker here.
And Josh Howe.
All the boys.
All the River Heights fam.
Yeah. So we Lachlan's got some stories and topics prepared today. Where do you want to kick this off, Lachlan?
We can start off with something light. Do you guys remember the old sledding hill? The super lame one?
Yeah, it's about a 4-foot decline.
Yeah.
And
then it was like the best recess that we ever had other than football, which
Yeah.
we'll get to, which we'll touch on later, of course.
Yeah, we went real hard into that. Like, there was science at work there because we wanted the hill as slippery as possible. So we used to get, like, everyone save your water bottles. Like, we'll go inside the school before recess. We'll fill up all the water bottles, and we would bring them out and ice the
hill.
well,
Make it
and then people tramps all over it
Yeah,
in
I know.
between and completely ruin it.
Do you guys remember when it was like a competition, whoever could make the biggest jump at the bottom of the hill? But it was like only a 4-foot hill, so we could only get like a foot of air, and it was so fun.
Yeah. And then you can break your tailbone doing that shit. You gotta be careful. That's why I never did it.
Landing on the ice.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys remember the time I went down it without a sled. And
The penguin glide kind of thing.
Yeah, I did a penguin glide, except for I moved over a little bit too much, so I didn't hit the ramp head on. However, I did hit the side of the ramp with side of my head. So I got road rash split right down like the middle of my face, and then I flew like 3 feet and like hit the concrete. And I just had like half of my face was red. I looked like Two-Face.
Looking back on it now, I definitely think making the hill just complete ice was not the right move.
No.
Just pouring gallons of water on that hill, not the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the teachers were kind of fucking assholes about it. We had to have snow pants. It's
You could call them that if you wanted to.
Well, it's like a 4-foot hill. Like, I don't need snow pants.
Yeah, and some people would call them schmo pants.
Schmo pants.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you don't want to say that in front of the wrong person, though.
No.
You get attacked.
No, because one girl, in fact, we said schmo pants and she lost her shit. You might as well have just, dropped the N-word.
Yeah, it was bad. Me and
Compton.
Austin
In Compton.
Yeah, in the wrong place.
Me and Austin Monk broke somebody.
Yeah.
She just broke down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was it worth it? Yes. Do I feel bad about it? No, because she was crazy for our entire lives.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember in the second grade, do you remember this? We were all just, staring at her. Sitting down on the carpet, you have your, quiet time, the teacher's talking or whatever.
Crisscross applesauce,
Yeah,
baby.
and we're looking at her. She's just like, stop staring at me! I'm like, sorry, you're so fucking insane, I can't help it.
Yeah.
Another great story from her is in grade 7. We were in social class, and we were reading a textbook, and we were all supposed to follow along. Once we were done our paragraph, we had to say someone's name, and if you didn't know, then you got punished in some sort of way. So, of course, we called her name, and the textbook's open, and she was like, ah! And smashed her face on the textbook so hard that I swear to God, it, compressed her face, the two ends of the books.
That's not even the same girl, because I remember who you're talking about.
Are you sure it's not the same girl?
Yeah.
No, 100%. Same girl.
Same girl.
No.
Then there's another girl that did it, because I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kill
this
us.
happened twice.
Let's hear this one.
Well, it's the same exact story. We kept calling on her because we realized how upset we was making her. And our teacher was useless because it was grade 7. I'm not going to name any names, but he was a fucking...
He was an idiot.
He was useless. He was awful. We
Best
got away with
homeroom ever,
everything.
though.
I
Best
never did
homeroom ever.
any homework. We never did any actual work. All our work came from other teachers that had their names on it. He didn't even bother to try. He would gamble at school.
Online, yeah.
And then we'd be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? He was like, random name generator.
And you could hear the slot machines rolling in the background over the
I just want to see
speaker.
whose name would come up. No, I'm not calling on you.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that he never said anyone.
Yeah.
Because we didn't do anything. So it's like, what are you randomly generating names for?
Do you guys remember that rumor about our middle school gym teacher? How he spilled his water bottle and apparently smelled like rum, but it smelled like, wasn't that you that said that?
Yeah, it was beer.
It was
Because
beer?
water doesn't compress. So when the bottle fell and like it got a hole in the bottom, it just started spraying out. like 3 feet. And then I was like, and it smelled like beer. Like it was definitely beer.
I like how middle school gym teachers that we had are literally like the ones that would be in a movie. Like just sat down in a fucking chair with a microphone so that he didn't have to stand up and goes, "You fucking donkey, move faster." And I'm like, "Sorry, dude, I can't do any more than 2 push-ups. Like I'm going home." You know?
And he was the curling pro.
He was.
He was.
I got kicked out of that class.
Sports performance?
No, just normal gym class. Because I was laying down. And everyone else was sitting. And he's like, "Would you do that at football?" And I was like,
Probably.
yeah, sometimes we lay down. And he was like, "Leave." And I was like, "Okay." Yeah, he didn't like that.
Okay, another great story. This one is from grade 6 camping trip. We had an awesome fucking horror story basically to tell, and we had everything set up.
All
we had
planned.
Yeah, we had people in like behind in the dark to throw rocks at trees to scare people and make
like
some
made
noises.
up like this is original.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Broadway play, honestly.
I think I had a Jason mask for this.
Yeah, you were ready.
Yeah.
There was props.
There was props, there was everything, and the girls. Sorry. Back to this.
Actually, the girl that we were talking about before, she did hers, I think,
Yeah.
right? And this is related to her.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So the girl we were talking to about earlier got wind of how scary our Broadway play was, and told the teacher that she was too scared to hear it, and she got so upset at it that we weren't allowed to tell our story, even though everybody else did. And Gareth, tell them how
I was
upset you were.
angry. I was pissed off, and I thought, what's like one really good way to get back at somebody who doesn't let you tell your spooky story at night?
And what does every middle schooler have on them?
Yeah, well, obviously it was a can of Axe, and
One of the
you know-
most disgusting chemicals known to man.
Yeah, of
honestly.
course. Well, and it's because, like, I don't even think I stunk at this point. Because I remember when I went to, like, summer
you
camp
stink.
earlier. I was a stinky boy. I went to camp earlier, and my counselor had Axe, because, you know, he's, like, 14 or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
And me and my brother were like, "Mom, get us fucking Axe. Like, seriously, it is so cool." Like, that's all I wanted. Had to take us to Superstore, get some cans. I think I still have them. I never used them. Like,
Unless you're like lighting something on fire.
well, yeah, obviously. Or getting back at a teacher who wouldn't let you tell your story.
And
So-
her least favorite smell, she hated
She
Axe.
did complain about it. Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Daily.
Yeah. So instead of doing like an Axe bomb, which would have been like actually kind of like cool but you know, quite mean, but
Well,
like
Garrett-
I was crying. I
Yeah.
was devastated.
I didn't want to interject, but you were hell bent on doing the axe bomb. And
I was gonna cause mayhem. you
yeah,
know?
honestly, you know, knowing what we know today, we probably should have put you on a watch list for like school shootings.
I know.
You were fucking angry.
Yeah.
I remember walking around the corner, you were like, "No, fuck this bitch."
Yeah, and I instead of making the Axe bomb, all I did was like spray an X of Axe on the outside of her cabin door.
Yeah.
You know, like
In the outdoors.
in
so
the
it's-
outdoor. So it's like you walk up to your door to go into your cabin. You're like, it smells like a teenage boy was here, and then you just go in and you're like, I don't smell anymore. You know.
Yeah, you close the door and instantly it's gone.
I remember I was so worried that you were gonna get in trouble, and then that our whole group was gonna get in trouble. For
Yeah.
our story.
Well, I think that's why I didn't actually do the bomb, because I didn't want to get in shit.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
honestly could have ruined the whole trip for everyone if you put an actual axe bomb in your room.
So ultimately,
It
it's
would've
a
been so
better
awesome, though.
decision.
It would have been good.
I think
Yeah.
it would have been worth it.
Yeah, for had we known back then that like 8 years later we'd have a podcast, we probably would have like.
Well, you should have just waited until the last day and then did it. Or just went in there and sprayed it all over her.
Or just like
bags.
when we left like grade 6, just like roll an Axe bomb into a room and walk out of the school and be like, "Peace
Well,
out."
actually, that same teacher, you know, she was at our high school and I was leaving, and I always parked like on the side. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
And like, cause I would always moon Kaysen, cause he would park across the street, so I'd get in my car and I'd flash him my ass. And she was parked right behind him, and I like moon Kaysen, and I just see her like looking at me.
Yeah, you guys made eye contact.
Yeah, I
and
was
me
like-
and Kaysen are sitting there like laughing our asses off because she's just like mortified that she just stared your ass.
Yeah, I think she told my younger brother like at school. She was like, you know, I saw your brother's ass cheeks.
And they were beautiful.
I think you saw the hole.
Did you spread them?
I don't think I spread them, but you know what? Next time. There's always next time.
Don't wipe before either.
Oh no, of course. We'll wipe once and
Yeah.
it'll get everything.
Yeah, the one white wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how fucking dirty his asshole is. It's gotta be.
We asked him last night. He said it's not.
Did you watch our episode 2? Because he
No,
rebukes it.
I didn't watch episode
Yeah,
2.
he said he only does that 9 out of 10 times, which is still
My
Still way
ass.
too many
horrific.
times.
Yeah.
I doubt it. It's
Yeah.
just every time. It's just like rolls it up once, wipes it, throws it in.
And
I know.
and he says that 1 time out of 10 is like beer shits.
And it's like, listen, you're beer shitting way more than 1 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're also
Tell you that
beer
right
shitting like probably 7 times a week. So, you know.
Yeah.
College does that to you, man.
Yeah.
I think he's backpedaling a little bit now. Now that we've
Now
got
that
him
it's
on the ropes.
now that
yeah.
it's like on the internet, he's probably like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he's gonna go try to get a job, and they're gonna be like, "So how many times do you wipe?" And he's gonna be like, "How is that relevant?" Well, we just think you're a fucking pig, and we don't want to hire you. So, you know,
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't try to run for like prime minister or something.
Because
Oh,
that'll
no.
come out.
That'll
yeah, oh
For
for
sure.
sure, we'll make it come out. You know, like we
He
won't
only
even
wipes once.
Yeah, we won't. You'll see like attack ads on him, like on TV. Like, you want to vote for Kaysen Henley? His ass is so dirty. It's like,
Mr.
You know?
Prime Minister, is it true that you only wipe once? Oh,
Wasn't the reason that we weren't allowed to tell the story because somebody the night before told it without being allowed or something? Wasn't it her son, maybe?
oh yeah, well because that's what also made me so mad is that her kid got to tell his story. You know?
And we weren't.
and it was a
Yeah.
scary story.
Yeah, and it
that's,
was scary.
That's what set her off. When
And-
she saw the first scary story, the girl who was too terrified, and she was like, listen, I can't even go through this one. And it's half as good as the one they had.
That one fucking
Quarter.
sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Ours
Yeah.
was so good.
Which one was ours?
Remember like the drip, then we were gonna throw
Oh my
rocks?
god, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, wasn't
Yeah.
that one like about killing a dog or something?
The dog, yeah, there was like a dead dog under the
Okay,
bed.
that
and then,
actually
like,
I
the
totally forgot
drool-
about that,
the
but that is
drool,
a fire story.
that is a
like
fucking good story.
to think that we came up with that is astonishing because somebody could be like make up a story right now and I'd be like, I don't know, the fucking like the frog jumped, like I can't come up with shit.
My teacher makes me write a 500-page essay, and I just sit there and stare at the blank page for like 3 hours.
Yeah, but in grade 6
We
we're
could
like
just-
the dog's blood dripped.
Yeah, another reason you should have been put on the watch list.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that one was mostly Lachlan. But
No,
No.
dead dogs.
Do
Come
you,
on.
Gareth, do you still fantasize about killing dogs?
Yeah,
Well-
how many dead dogs do you think about?
have you? Well, I write fan fiction about it sometimes, but that's about it.
What about Seamus getting ran over by a truck?
Well, he was fine.
Was that set up by you?
That's it could have been orchestrated.
It was inside job.
It was
Inside
I
job.
didn't even believe it when that happened. So like my parents were walking the dog and I'm downstairs playing PlayStation and my mom like runs down, she's crying, she's like, dog got hit by a car. He's gonna die. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, okay, mom. Like I'm playing Far Cry 4, so you can go up now. But like,
Exactly. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It was all
Yeah.
Gareth.
But he totally vibed. He kept on trucking.
Oh, yeah, he was fine. For the most part.
Gareth's like, his mom comes down. He's like, I gave that guy $500 and he actually did it? What the fuck?
I thought he was just gonna fake it. I'm a little scared.
Back to that camping story. Do you guys remember like the night or the day we were supposed to tell the story and we were all like super excited for it, but we went on a walk like around the Saskatchewan thing, but Mr. Oh.
I'll bleep it out as
Okay.
I did it last time.
Did you remember when he went missing? Do you remember like everyone was like so I remember he
Wait,
was
our principal went missing?
yeah, like it was either him
It wasn't
or
even
our
part
vice
of the ghost
principal.
story. It wasn't even planned.
Yeah, I was either him or the vice principal, but he didn't go missing. We started the walk with him, and then like halfway through the walk, he just like disappeared. But it turned out he just went back. But the whole walk, we were so scared that he was gonna jump out because it was dark out and scare the shit out of us. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, now I do, because we thought he was fucking with us.
Yeah.
'Cause they had been the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're being dicks.
Don't
Yeah.
like the cleaning inspections.
Oh my god, the
I
cleaning.
I don't
remember
remember
the
those.
girls cry.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
because
don't remember that.
they came in and like our room was like spick and span. It was fucking.
Well, and it's a
beautiful.
specific teacher that actually
Yeah,
you know,
she sucks.
that we didn't have, but Kyle had to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it now.
It was kind of fun though.
Mhm.
Like it sucked.
Is
But
this
it
your
was-
grade 6 teacher?
Yeah, it was also
okay.
kind of fun. Cause
No, the other class was definitely the fucking move.
Yeah, we had some good times in there.
Do you
I
remember?
know, but I got to witness a lot of funny stuff happen.
Yeah.
Like your teacher was chill, so like nothing kind of crazy happened, but we had craziness.
Dude, oh, fuck. Someone... Didn't someone, like, throw a book at her and was like, fuck you, and, like, ran out of the class? Do you remember
Yes.
that? Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
We were reading, and she, like, got mad at him for something because he wasn't reading, and he was like, fuck you, and, like, threw the book, like, across the room. It was, like, silent reading. We were all sitting there. It was nuts. It was the most fucking crazy thing ever. Grade 6, someone swearing at a teacher and throwing a book? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, when I was in grade 5, I went to the library once, and I like walk in, and I like look to my left because I had to grab something from the printer. I look to my left, and there's a teacher and another student, and they're huddled down behind the bookshelf, and I'm like, okay. So I just keep walking, and then she was like, hey, I'm like, ah. And she's like, what are you doing in here? I was like, I gotta grab something from the printer. And she's like, okay, get down. And I had to army crawl around the bookshelves to get to the printer because some kid was in the middle of the library throwing books at teachers and like freaking out.
Really?
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Was that the same kid?
No.
Oh.
Different kid?
Different kid.
Different troubled kid.
Yeah. They really like throwing books.
Okay, another story about the same person that we were talking about throwing a book at our teacher and yelling, fuck you. I think he fell off the playground or something. He was at the bottom of the fireman pole at our playground, and Kyle was on the top of it and the other person was on the bottom. And Kyle jumped off and like landed on this guy's fucking head, like on it.
And imagine, we're talking about Kyle, so imagine like 1,000-pound boulder.
Well, I wasn't that heavy. It was, I would say 950 pounds.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you were slimmer.
And started fucking yelling at you, and he's like, I remember Kyle standing up, and he's like, fucking, yeah, fuck, I can't say his name. Yeah, I just meant to jump on your fucking head, and then Kyle like just jumped up and down and like just stomped his foot on the ground and looked so funny.
Well, here's the thing, is that, like, we did a lot of things because that kid was an asshole, and, like, most of it was just, like, he would say something to you, so you'd say something back.
Yeah.
This time was a legitimate accident, and he's freaking out, and then I'm like, all right, fine, because I was like, I actually said, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I didn't mean to do that. And then he starts freaking out, and so I'm like, all right, fine. I guess I'm fucking Mario then, because I just meant to jump on your stupid little Goomba head. And he was like, ah, la, la. Yeah, that was funny.
That was a good one. Our flag football, our football situation was also a good one. Garrett,
Yeah.
can you explain that?
I didn't really play football. I basically just watched you guys do dumb shit. You
Well,
know?
it was just an excuse to have like a mini fight club.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. Like we
Because whoever got the ball
was just
gonna get killed, unless it
Well,
was.
and they made rules against it too. They said that we could only play flag football eventually, but
Yep.
like as if that fucking stopped
no,
anybody.
it worked for
you know?
about 3 days, and then it just went back to regular football. But we
Yeah.
were wearing the flags.
They really
Yeah.
tried hard though. Like in gym, they would like do flag football with
Yeah.
us to be like, you know, this is kind of what you should be doing. Kyle's out here like, I just want to fucking beat
Throw
the
some
shit out of
fists.
people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were at the perfect time because we were just strong enough, but not knowing how strong we were. But we were also very resilient, so you could just beat the shit out of each other.
And you're
it
also
was
in
probably
grade
fine.
6.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
you're gonna get in trouble yet.
No.
So
No.
Do you guys remember the first time you got sent to the principal's office?
Yeah, we talked about this.
On the first podcast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna put mine in on this.
okay.
I think I could say his name. Austin Mock.
Kyle already said it.
Yeah, okay. Austin Mock. We were in kindergarten, and Austin Mock looks at me, he's like, I dare you to say the S word.
Sex.
And now, no, not sex, not sex. It wasn't
Juice.
sex. It was stupid. It was stupid. Okay?
It was stupid.
No, no.
That you did.
No, the word. The
Go to
word
the
was
office.
Stupid.
The word was
stupid.
actually stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously now
that's
saying the S word, it's shit. But like back in kindergarten, the S word was stupid. So when someone's like, Austin Mock obviously says, well, I'm going to say the S word. So I look at him like, hey, stupid. And then first thing he does is like, Miss Krupnik. Shit, you're going to have to leave that out again. Sends me to the principal's office. I remember sitting down in the principal's office and like shaking because I said stupid and literally nothing happened. He was like, what'd you say? I told him what I said and he was like, all right, don't say that word anymore. And I got sent back to my class. But it was like the most nerve-wracking
Yeah, it's
thing
scary.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The principal and like, yeah, fuck, that was not fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not fun at all. And then you get to like middle school is the thing where like we
Only
got
the,
sent to the principal's office a lot. Like our school was pretty bad.
I don't think I got sent to the principal's office.
I
in
I
was
think
sent
I-
a few times.
I might have one, but I think I don't even have any.
Well, most of the time it wasn't because I did anything. It's just because of the people like around us. And like they would try to bring you in to snitch, and I would never do it.
Yeah.
They did that to me in grade 9, where they tried to get me to come in and snitch because I was in social class with the dumbest social teacher ever. I could have taught that class better. So I remember she was trying to spell scarcity, and she just spelled scared. Like, she was like, yeah, this is the principal's scarcity, and she wrote up scared. I was like, you fucking dummy.
Stupid.
Yeah. But like, so I was sitting in this pod, and the one girl, her backpack smelled like weed so bad, like so badly. And, you know, they brought us all down, and they were like, who has the weed? And I was like, well, it's not me. And they're like, who is it? I'm like, I'm not saying. And they're like, you need to tell us. And I basically did snitch. I was like, I'll tell you that it's not me, it's not this kid, and it's not this other kid. And there's only one other kid in the pod. So, you know? But in my mind, I was like, fucking snitches get stitches, man. Like, I'm not telling.
I don't even know why they did that, because they knew who it was. All you have to do is like, oh, this is the backpack that smells like weed. Whose backpack
Or
is
just go
like,
up and smell
Exactly.
like, each one of the bags and
Yeah.
like, okay, this
yeah,
is the one.
and then it's whose backpack is this? Oh, the one kid whose backpack it is. And
Yeah.
like, you don't have to bring Gareth in and fucking grill him like good cop, bad cop him.
Yeah.
Okay, tell some stories about middle school principal. You said we got sent to the principal's office. Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, most of the time. Well, there was a certain thing that happened on the way to football practice. I don't know if you remember this. That
Between me and Big Josh.
wow,
That one?
that one was
Oh,
funny.
that
But
one
that's
was
not what I'm
nuts.
thinking
You
of.
can explain that one.
You're
Out.
Yeah.
gonna get that back one day, Lach.
Josh, you can explain that one.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to go into detail just because it's not that good of a story. But anyways, the school was very mad about it, so everyone got like dragged into the principal's office, and I just went in and I made the people involved who I liked to look like saints, and the people involved who I didn't like, I was like, yeah, it was fucking them. They're awful people. And it was good. I got a bunch of praise for it. They called they called my mom and were like,
I just want to
"You're
say Kyle's
such
a super
good kid." Yeah,
kid.
it was awesome.
I just wanted to call you and let you know that your kid ratted out everybody in his fucking team. And,
No, I just lied. I was just like, yeah, people I like, they're good. People I don't like,
They're shit.
fuck them. Yeah.
yeah.
What story are you even talking about? I can't think of it.
I'll tell you about it after.
Oh, okay.
What's your story, Josh?
Well, in middle school, I got
Here,
sent
come
down
off
to
the
the
mic.
principal's office. Oh, fuck. I got sent down to the principal's office a few times, but only one of them was because I actually did something wrong. The other times there was fights, and they needed to see whose fault it was. But actually, I got sent to the principal's office because me and, you know that one big guy who moved from Sudan?
I know who you're talking about.
Me and him, well, actually, he saw me touching a girl's butt, okay? Because me and this girl had a butt touching competition.
Well, and you're not gonna lose.
I'm not going to lose, right? And then, so this guy sees me doing it, and he's like, I'm going to do it too, right? And then we got both sent down to the principal's office and just ripped into. But not really. The only thing the principal's office said to me was that, I know you probably want girls walking around touching your junk, but it's just not going to happen, so you can't do it to them either. It's like, all right, sick.
See, that is what I was talking about. I wasn't sure if you wanted to talk about it. That's why I was just like, I'll just leave it pretty vague. But what happened was,
So Josh was the saint.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was all friendly. Everyone was in on it, and they don't care. And and the girl validated it, and then she was like, yeah, I don't like the other kid when he does it. So that kid got in trouble, and Josh got off. Well, it sounds like you didn't really get off, but
Oh, I didn't get
He
in any
got
trouble.
off.
He
You could
just
say that.
Yeah.
kind of said, "Don't do it again."
Josh doesn't have a
Seems pretty
sexual
good.
assault charge now, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
that was pretty
But
good.
police, if you're listening.
Whoa.
It was
Josh
consensual.
Salsley. This is Josh Salsley.
Yeah.
It was consensual though.
Yeah.
Like it was an
was indeed.
actual game
Yeah.
It was.
that you guys
Yeah.
played.
Which is totally, that's like the most like grade 7-ish thing is like, hey, you touch my butt, make a game out of it. Like, you know.
Meanwhile, Josh is just sitting here like, oh, I get to touch this girl's butt every single day.
Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
Josh is like, can we play that game again? She's like, you've played it every fucking day for a month.
Do you remember the girl with big boobs in our grade 7 class where we used to like throw the popcorn or whatever and try and get it in between her tits?
Yeah.
That was also a good game.
That was fun.
Dude, I think like right when you hit puberty is like the most fun.
Middle school
Oh,
was
it's
so
just
much fun.
so
I
fun.
think grade 8 was really fun for me because of the class I had. You know, I had a teacher who I can't say it. But, yeah.
He was something else.
He was something else.
You
You
might
know, he
call
had a
him-
lot of dance parties in his class.
A pedophile, we can say.
Yeah, we can say that.
well.
He
alleged.
allegedly. He's actually a super nice guy.
Oh,
He was
one of my
super nice.
favorites.
Yeah, he's awesome.
just a bit odd.
Yeah, he is odd
He's a good middle school teacher.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I like how in middle school they're like, we're trying to prepare you for high school, and high school's trying to prepare you for college, and they're like, all right, dance party, like, let's go.
Do you guys
Oh.
remember how strict middle school was about like the whole leaving campus at lunch?
Yeah, you had to get signed out to
Yeah.
literally go get
Oh.
a slush
Yeah.
from the corner store. Like,
I remember the first time I ever snuck away from that bitch. I was in like grade 8. It was like the third last day of school. I was like, fuck, if I get in trouble now, like what are they gonna do? So I finally like worked up enough courage to go do it. And I never got caught, and I was like kind of confused on why I didn't do it throughout my whole middle school thing. Also, do you guys remember the guy we nicknamed the blue tip dildo?
Yeah.
Yeah?
he had blue hair, I'm assuming.
Blue
Yeah.
hair, we nicknamed it the blue tip dildo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we remember him.
Alright.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, Lachlan, because, like, you know how you said we had to get signed out if we wanted to do it?
Yeah.
And, like, we're allowed to? It was my birthday, like, 5 times a year. So be like, it's my birthday. Like, they were like, it has to be a special occasion and we'll let you go. So it was always my birthday. But I really just wanted to go get a slush. Yeah. Or it was someone else's birthday. And it was like, holy shit, you guys have birthdays really close
Yeah,
together.
we all have a
what
birthday
happens.
one day a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gareth. What about way back when you punched me on the trampoline?
Yeah. Well, see,
Got
because
some-
I believe we were in the 3rd grade, and, you know,
Bad
we
blood.
lived probably, like 8 houses down. We're on the same street.
Yep.
And
We hung out every fucking
every day. And, you know, because obviously you're a great guy. and, you know, you were on my trampoline, and we were doing, like, flips and shit. And I was like, it's my turn. Like, it is my turn to do the flip. It's you're taking so fucking long. Think you're tough shit because you're doing flip after flip. And Gareth over here is just bouncing on his knees. But whatever, it's my turn.
But we always had Bon Jovi in the background, too.
Oh, of course.
That was
Slippery
the
when
shit.
wet.
Yeah.
I've got a story about the Bon Jovi after as well. But,
So gay.
yeah. You wouldn't get off when I, like, came on. I was like, get the fuck off my trampoline. And you wouldn't, so I just gave you the old 1-2 on the back of the head, I think.
I don't know. You punched me in the head. I
Yeah.
remember running home crying to my mom.
Yeah, and then I remember I was in my room and I had bunk beds with my brother at that time, and I was like sitting on the top bunk bed with my window open, and your dad and my mom were on like our front lawn, and I was listening to your dad be like, "It's fucking they can't hang out anymore," and I was like, okay. So we weren't allowed to hang out for a week was our punishment.
That was the longest week of my life.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I remember when we were.
But I was
finally-
mad. I was still like kind of like fuck you for a few days. Yeah.
when we were finally allowed to hang out again, your mom walked you over to my house, and we had to apologize to each other before we were allowed to be friends.
Yeah.
That was also
Makes sense, I guess. You know.
Do you know what's funny
It's a good
about
parenting.
Yeah.
you guys being friends? Is that because of Lachlan, I own a bunch of your Game Boy
Yeah.
your Game Boy games that he took from you
And Kyle won't give
many
them back to
years
me.
ago, and then because I bought them from him. They're mine now.
Yeah, well, he's
I paid him money. He should have to pay you.
he should pay up.
Pay
But
up.
speaking of Lachlan fucking stealing things from me, I've got another one.
Yeah, he steals things a lot.
Whoa.
He's a
Because I
little
had these
criminal.
I had these tech decks, okay? And all of a sudden my really nice tech deck goes missing, and I'm like, yo, like what the fuck happened to my tech deck? And I go over to Lachlan's house.
My cousin gave it to me.
Yeah, and Lachlan's sister says to me, "Hey, thanks for you told me that your cousin gave it to you." And then Lachlan's sister says, "Thanks for giving Lachlan that tech deck." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? He just took it from me, told you that I gave it to him, and then told me that his cousin like
Something didn't add up to it.
it wasn't making any sense."
My tech deck goes missing. Lachlan has the exact same one, but he got it from his cousin. But apparently I gave it to him.
Yeah.
It was my cousin gave it to me 100%. I remember that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So you've been full of shit your entire life, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not a new thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, what a scumbag. That's actually why we have him on here.
Yeah. As far as the Bon Jovi, though, I had like a Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet CD, and I brought it to show and tell in the second grade. And on the like inside cover artwork, there's a girl in like a bikini, I think, like a yellow, doing like a car wash or something.
Yeah.
And they thought that was so scandalous,
Oh, it is
Obviously, it
pretty
was great too, man.
Well, yeah, she's got big shoes.
Big shoes,
Big,
huge
huge
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah.
Check out her shoes.
Yeah,
Lucky.
check out the shoes.
Check out her shoes, Lucky. The waitress comes to the table. Lucky, you like her shoes, mate?
Dad, I don't like shoes.
How about when we used to catch fucking wasps with butterfly nets?
Well, I remember like the one that we actually, kind of fucked us is we were in my backyard and I had a Ziploc container and you would like catch them with bare hands and then like quickly try to throw them into the container and then I'd like close it on them. And then we went to the park across our street and they've got the black kind of outlines to hold in the rocks.
Yeah.
And there was like a nest in there.
And we didn't know. There was just a
No.
shit ton of
So we're
fucking-
trying to catch like a wasp, and then they all come out at us, and I think I got like 9 stings. You had like 13 or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst pain ever.
Yeah,
Just
and-
bathing in fucking tomato juice for like 3 days.
Yeah. My dad went down.
And he stuck on me. I was trying everything, dude. It
Yeah.
fucking hurt.
My dad went
Well,
down
I
and
think
got
the
a bunch
tomato
of
sauce is for
for a skunk.
Oh.
Yeah,
that
my
was
dad
my
went
dog.
down and
That was my dog.
got mud, and we like put it on all the stings, and I was just sitting there with like
Mud
mud all
bath.
over me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because your dad's kind of like Bear Grylls. And
Yeah.
that's probably where he saw it. He's
Well-
like, Gareth, cover yourself in mud right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. We just walked down the river, and he's just fucking hucking dirt at me. Like
It's a good thing he didn't think it was a jellyfish thing, because then he just
he'd
piss
piss
all
on
over
it.
you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been good.
No.
Do you remember when your dad used to make us go like cross country skiing?
Yeah, I think. Did we talk about this on a podcast?
No, but I hate cross country skiing.
Yeah, it's
Thanks to your
awful.
dad.
Yeah. Garrett's dad just ruined Garrett's fun for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
He won't go skiing
unintentionally.
now.
He was like, "Man, my kid will love skiing," and I'm just like, "Dad, skiing fucking blows. I'm not going." Now my friends are like, "Gareth, do you want to come skiing?" I'm like, "No, not really."
Yeah, he has PTSD.
Yeah,
He's like, are we going downhill? And it's like, well, some of it's downhill, some of it's flat. I'm not interested.
Some of it's up.
yeah.
Can we talk about the Banff situation? Speaking of
Oh, sure.
you hating things your parents wanted you to
I haven't
do.
heard this.
So this is in the 9th grade, I think,
Yeah.
and my family wanted to go to Banff, and I'm like, I'm not going to Banff. I don't want to go there. All there is like mountains. That's it. Mountains and like goats, and you put them together, you got mountain goats, but nobody cares. So I like didn't want to go. I just wanted to stay at school, but they wouldn't let me. And I was so vehemently against it that like Kyle was trying to convince me. He's like, "What's so bad about going to Banff?" And there's a video of it. I'm like, "I don't want to go to Banff. I'd rather stay at school."
Yeah, he's in the middle of the lunchroom. We're like, everyone is like, Gareth, why are you so angry about going to, like, you don't have to go to school.
You're
Like, you're
going on a vacation,
yeah,
technically.
and for Garrett's family vacations, Banff, actually not that bad.
Yeah, like normally we just go to like South Dakota or Winnipeg, which is like it's like whoa, more grass.
Yeah, and they're not flying. They're fucking driving, and they're not eating food there. They're packing sandwiches.
We're lucky that we're not hitchhiking at this point. Like,
Yeah.
Why do you guys fucking go to South Dakota? What's in South Dakota?
I just explained it. More grass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
about
that's
it.
fair.
And you can see North Dakota from South Dakota.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
if you go if you go in North Dakota, you get to see Manitoba, which is kind of like you're getting a 3-for-1.
They're pretty much all the same place.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was freaking out in the middle of the lunchroom, like screaming, and everyone else now is looking at him because he's like, "I don't want to go to Banff." And everyone's like, "Man, this kid does not want to go to Banff at all."
They're like, who's making him? Yeah.
Yesterday I drove through Banff and we saw some elk, and before we noticed
Unicorns.
before we noticed the elk, my sister's like, "Oh my god, look, there's antelope," and I kind of looked at her and I was like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's an antelope." I'm like, "Tomorrow, that's a fucking elk." Like an elk's a horse and antelope's like smaller than a fucking deer, and here we are saying, "What? Stupid idiot."
It was pretty stupid.
What else do you got on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our best podcast so far, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sledding, calling away from the top ropes, axe bomb, Gareth punching me, sneaking away from AMS. Oh, Josh, you can explain the story about how I beat the fuck out of you in grade 7.
That's
That's the truth. It's the truth.
I don't know if that's exactly the truth.
I don't know if that's what happened. It
I
kind
don't know.
of
Here, I'll tell how I remember the story, but whenever we talk about it, Lachlan remembers it differently for some reason.
yeah.
I was
So,
just livid because
I remember in the lunchroom, Lachlan was being a little dickhead, and we got into a little fight. I can't remember about what, and he got kicked out of the lunchroom. So then when we were walking over to football practice after school, Lachlan's trying to tell the story about how I was a dick and got him kicked out.
I was
right?
fucking livid.
Like 10 steps away though. Like Lachlan's in the back, like fucking calling you out, calling you an asshole. Josh is like 10 steps ahead, talking to someone else, just listening to it the whole time, laughing.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, that's not what happened. Like, you're telling this part wrong. Like, let me just tell it right, and then we'll be good, right? No, that's not good enough. Fucking, he just starts swinging at me. He hits me 3 times.
He jumped on your back and started punching into the back of your head.
And I just remember being so shocked. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then the best part was, I remember after it was all done, Lachlan runs away crying, and
I was sad.
You were just in
Dude, I'm my
shock.
friend.
I was so confused.
It was
like,
it
what
was
the
like an
fuck just happened?
it was like an ant attacking a dog. Because like Josh just stood there and like let it happen. And I don't even think he ever hit you back. He
No,
was just
no,
like,
he
I
didn't.
don't know what's happening right now.
He took the punches. I never got punched back. I know that.
Yeah, that was the easiest way to get away with hitting you, Josh. Like I would do that constantly. If I ever had to hit you, I would hit you and then just like bolt, like, run away.
I
Because
didn't like running. Still don't.
most of the time you were just like, I think in your head you were like, it's just not worth it now because it's all the way over there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay,
It didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you won't come.
But
and
you're
get me.
way bigger than us, so it's like 4 strides, but you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, but my 4 strides take more energy than theirs.
Yeah, a lot of exertion.
Yeah.
Here's my side of the story. This fucker got me kicked out of the lunchroom. I was livid. Still pissed off on the
Why
walk.
did he get you
You're
kicked
still
out of the
pissed off
lunchroom?
now.
I'm pretty sure because I stole his...
Beef jerky,
Yeah,
I think it was.
it was either pepperoni stick or beef
Yeah,
jerky.
and I like wouldn't give him a piece because it was my last beef jerky stick or whatever.
And I was
and he
fucking mad.
He really thought he deserved a piece of it, right?
Uh-huh. He's so entitled.
Yeah. So then he took it, and then the teacher came over and I was like, "Yeah, you took my beef jerky." And then she's like, "Give it back and get out." I was like,
Yeah, like I would... Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Well, that's the guy sitting right next to me did that so often. It was insane. You were a lunch thief. Like we would sit down if you had to go to the microwave or anything. Like if you had anything in there that you like was good, you had to take it with you because Gareth might just reach in. You'd come back and he's drinking your juice box. You did that a lot.
Kyle, look at where you are now. I was trying to help you.
My drink, it didn't work.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me.
I did. You constantly stole juice boxes, food, sandwiches, anything. You'd be like, well, I didn't think you were going to eat it. It's like, we just fucking sat down.
I was in the habit, I think, of doing it of Blake just being like, I'm not eating anything. Like, you can have all of it. I was like, I can have anybody's food.
Yeah, we're not all plagued.
And then
Yeah.
there came Fat Gary.
yeah. Then I came like rolling into the lunchroom. Somebody give me food. Yeah.
Like, you were always wondering, like, why does Kyle bring 2 juice boxes? It was like, I gotta have a second one just in case Garrett fucking steals it.
Yeah, man.
And you did, most of the time.
Every time.
Juice boxes were like currency back in.
Oh,
They
for
were.
sure. For sure. I remember, like, and because my lunches sometimes sucked. Because, like, I've been making my own lunches for, like, a long ass time. I remember in elementary school.
It was like a fucking black market
Yeah.
for food, man.
One time I had, like, so little shit to, like, bring to lunch. I made, like, a butter sandwich with, like, butter in between the bread. And I almost fucking vomited. Like, that shit was so disgusting. This
No
butter
shit,
is
you were
still,
fat.
it's still good, yeah.
Yeah, I just ate a butter sandwich.
Kyle and Lachlan.
It's got all the food groups.
Back in grade 7, one of you guys made me eat a cat treat, and you told me it wasn't. You told me it was like a
It was both of us. That was like a
peanut
bold
butter
setup plan.
pretzel, and I was like, this thing kind of looks good. I cracked it open, I saw like an outside shell of pretzel and then peanut butter in the middle. I was like, fuck yeah, I pounded it. And they just started dying laughing. I remember after they told me, I was just choked.
How did it taste though?
It was actually not bad, to be
was-
completely honest with you.
It was him that supplied the cat treat. It was
the
me
cat
that
treat.
convinced you to eat it. I don't have
It wasn't that hard, though.
No, it was-
It's just like, hey, Josh, eat this.
No, you guys were like, here, look, have a pretzel. I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it. Didn't think my friends were douchebags, but turned out I was wrong.
Yeah, you've learned your lesson.
Yeah.
After they fucked with you like 40,000 more times.
He meowed after too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a Friskies commercial. Like, all he had to do was shake the bag and Josh would run. He started jumping fences and stuff.
Yeah, he was like shitting in litter boxes after that. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, at least
Okay.
I'd wait more than once after.
Can we talk about something? Since we all went to the same elementary school and we're all guys, me and my brother and my mom were talking about, because my mom works at a school, and I guess some kid got in trouble for like just peeing outside. And my brother was like, yeah, I've done that. She was like, you did not pee outside.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, all the time. You just like go behind somewhere. If like you're not gonna go back inside on your recess.
Do you remember how there was the tree? Okay, River Heights.
I know exactly
It was like
what you're
this,
already
this,
talking about.
those, you know,
Yeah,
like those
right-
back trees.
right
you
by
just
the
piss.
fence,
Yeah,
like, yeah, by
you
the
just piss
road,
on those,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because no one could see you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that everyone.
I actually, I got in a lot of trouble for. It was the end of recess, and everybody went inside, but I had to pee really, really bad. So everybody went outside, and I hid behind the slide, and I started pissing on the playground. And I don't remember which teacher caught me, but it was bad. It was very scary.
Yeah, they don't like that.
No, for sure.
But I just want everyone to know, all women, that in middle school, guys were pissing outside all
Middle
the
school, elementary school.
High school.
High school.
Still to this day.
I pissed last week, like, in the parking lot with the door open. A girl walked by and got mad at me, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, like our one buddy that took a pee right outside of the local a few days ago.
time. Yeah. Well,
Right on the street.
see, that's the thing. It never ends. We are constantly pissing outside.
No. Yeah.
How-
House
Mark our
house
territory.
parties. You're not gonna go like most of the
Well,
time.
that
They're
one's
like you
fine,
can't even
that-
come inside.
Can we talk about pissing in the sink? How do you guys feel about it?
Yeah. What about pissing the sink? I think that's.
I have a
that's
video,
the meta.
actually, a memory on my phone from 3 years ago today where I pissed in Kyle's sink.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I
every time you
honestly,
break in a house.
I have no problem with it at all.
My only problem with it is when you're sharing a hotel room and you gotta brush your teeth in the same sink that Eidan and Lachlan are pissing in.
Yeah, but it's not, as long as it's not touching the faucet,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
probably
not
safe.
pissing up the faucet.
Yeah.
I'm just pissing in the sink.
And I have the water running while I do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Pissing. That's like
Sorry,
pissing in
I'm
the shower.
ridiculous.
Speaking of that, though, Josh, I remember at the Y when I was a kid, there was one water fountain right where the water comes out, and then next to it, there's like when you run the water fountain, water comes out and then goes down this drain, and you can see it. And I was so convinced that water that came out was that I was drinking recycled piss water. Like some dude pisses in the urinal, and then out of it comes water for me to drink, and I was like, dog, that's cheap as fuck. You know, it's disgusting.
And he still drank it.
And I
He's like,
still-
this is delicious.
I was like, I am so thirsty. Give me more.
Do you guys remember the competitions we used to have in elementary school where we'd like see how far we could piss? We'd like walk back from the urinals and just piss like.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think we talked about that on episode 1.
Yeah. I
Oh,
believe
that's
so.
probably where I
It was a-
remembered it from.
It was a classic.
That is a classic.
Yeah.
Or where you'd fucking soak the paper towel and just throw it against the mirror.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do that?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much why I went to the principal's office the first time. I was like splashing with my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of our buddies got in trouble for that when we went to Lethbridge one time. We were at the mall for baseball.
Really?
Yeah, because they did that. They wet the paper towel and they like threw it in. It was the wrong stall. It was some other completely random guy.
No way.
And we're there with the whole baseball team. And this dude like bursts out. And the kid who was the intended target is like on the toilet taking a shit. And he just hears this and he's like, oh my God. The other two are standing there. He bursts out and he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you guys. Like, what the fuck? Get back here. They bolt. And then for like the rest of the day, we're just trying to hide. Because our coaches were like, don't be fucking assholes in the mall. And what do? They threw wet paper towel on some random dude while he's taking a dump.
That's fucking awesome. That's
It's
so
pretty
funny.
You think he got to wipe more than once before he was attacked?
Or
You
do
would hope so.
Yeah.
No, he didn't wipe.
Because then he just busted out there like, hopefully he got a chance.
Yeah, his pants were down. That's how they got away. They were around his ankles and he tripped and fell.
Gross.
Yeah.
So, boys, any more stories?
Eidan, Josh, you guys got any more?
Not that I can think
I
of.
don't think so.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh,
you
Josh
know-
has one.
You know the
I got
guy
one
that you
too.
jumped
Okay.
on off the top of the playground?
Yeah.
Just back to the bathroom stuff. I remember watching him take a yogurt tube and smash it on a toilet, and it went everywhere. And the greatest part was, I think I snitched on him too. I went and watched, and then I went and told the teacher.
I did that to someone
You know what?
at lunch. But I didn't know it was going to happen. I was just sitting there, kind of like absent-minded, just
Beating
like
it.
beating my yogurt tube on the table, and it was like thump, thump, thump. And it didn't get on me at all. It splattered the kid next to me, and he freaked the fuck out. And I was like, well, it was an accident. I didn't feel bad at all. I was like, I didn't know it was going to happen. Kind of glad it did.
Ian, do you remember the story about fucking me riding your dirt bike behind your Quonset?
Yeah.
And I was fucking pedal to the metal. Hits a gopher hole. Hits the gopher hole, goes over, lands on my back. The handlebars come down on my cock. My dick started bleeding out of my urethra.
Oh.
Good old Tammy
My
comes
mom.
comes to the rescue, inspects my
Little
8-year-old
Member.
cock. Drives me home. I was so. It's probably why my dick's so small now. Just ruined the growth.
I'll blame on that. Your dick's small, but your foreskin is gigantic. Like,
Exactly. That grew, but my dick didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck.
yeah.
You're supposed to just have a schlong.
Yes, that's where all that extra
Yeah.
foreskin was supposed to go.
Yeah. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Well,
Fuck you, Eden.
I think that's a perfect place to end it.
I've got one more.
Oh, okay. I was
I've
going
got
to
a
say
few
we could
more.
end it on the foreskin.
I got. Do you guys remember in I think grade 8 in middle school, just the whole school smelled like pot because somebody like smoked in the bathrooms?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that? You remember that?
I don't remember that, but I remember a kid getting caught for selling it at school.
I just remember like it all stanking like, teachers act like they don't know what it is. They're like, what is that smell? Like, but they all know. I
Is
just think
there a
it's,
skunk in this school?
it's so ballsy to
Yeah.
be like, I'm gonna go take a piss, and you just fucking spark up your bubbler. Like, like you don't give a shit.
I wonder, what would you even smoke? Like, would you do a joint? Or would-
If they did a joint, that is
That would
That would be
ruin
the
entire
worst.
school.
I think a butler would
the
definitely
whole
be the
the
best.
whole top of it smelled really bad.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
did you guys ever hear about the kid who grinded up his weed in foods class in high school?
oregano.
Right in front of the teacher.
Really?
She had no idea what weed was, obviously, because he just sat there at the table, like while they were.
Chef's knife on the cutting board.
He did. He had the weed.
Oh.
Like he dumped the weed out on the cutting board and then put it into a bag. But he had his grinder out and he grinded up weed in foods class.
That is ballsy.
That's fucking.
That was the
hype.
same kid who smoked in a teacher's class while he was in there. Not a very smart teacher.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember. There's a video of that. I remember
You know what?
that.
I don't remember this.
Yeah,
You-
he smoked in the back of a classroom while the teacher was
Oh.
in there.
I think I might.
I guess you'll have to tell me after the podcast is done.
Yeah.
Anything else then?
I remember when I used to piss off Eden out at the ranch. my way of making him happy again is I'd put his dirt bike in neutral and fucking rev it to the nines and flick it in first. So I'd just like dump the dirt bike onto myself.
It would literally do a full front flip.
Or backflip.
Backflip, sorry.
Yeah.
Backflip. And that's how I made Eidan happy again. So he wouldn't be pissed off at me. I
Because
just do
he
stupid
broke
shit.
my RC helicopter. He fucking flew it into a tree.
This fucker drives my RC car outside, drives it in the fucking into a curb.
The storm drain.
Yeah, the storm drain, gets the tire stuck in the storm drain, breaks the fucking axle off. It was like $400 to fix my RC car. It was fucking retarded.
I was like 10. Okay, chill out.
That's how much my actual car cost.
$400?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a good podcast.
Yeah, that was good.
That might be our best one
Yeah.
yet.
Well, thanks for having us on there.
Yeah,
Thanks
sure.
for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
You guys can definitely be on, like,
Oh,
when you come back in the spring.
When Salzy's on, I want to be on.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
Bye-bye.
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 Thanks, guys.